Welcome to Spooky Stories. I'm your ghost host, Ghoulash. So, how's it going? Oh, I'm doing okay. Did you hear that? I heard something. It sounded like the sound of a gate opening. This better not be some other ghost trying to haunt this cemetery. This is my cemetery to haunt. Here, you listen to this spooky story while I go investigate. This story's called The Settling House.
All right, that's it. The last of the boxes. Yes, finally. That wasn't so bad, right? Yeah, I guess not. You want anything to drink? No, I'm good. The place was a little run down, but the price was so cheap that we couldn't pass it up, especially for a house of that size. Plus, I don't expect to live here for very long. I just needed someplace to go for a bit to get my feet on the ground. My old friend from college, Steve, who goes by the name Sloth, needed a place to stay too, so we both went in on a place to split the rent costs. Suddenly, I heard a loud noise. Did you hear that? Hear what? It was like a loud cracking noise. It was probably just the house settling. Or ghosts. I'm pretty sure this place is haunted. Here you go. Oh, thanks, I guess. Cheers to our new place in a new city and new adventures and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Cheers. All right, let's keep going. I don't want to sleep on the floor tonight. Sure. Right after I finish this beer and the rest of the six-pack. Come on, man. Kidding. Sheesh, take a joke, man. Nighttime rolled around, and we'd managed to set up the important things, including our beds. I went over to Sloth's room and spoke through his closed door. All right, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. See you tomorrow. There was no response. I knocked, then opened the door and saw Sloth passed out with his headphones on, blasting punk music. How does he sleep with that music blasting? There were a bunch of empty beer bottles crowding his nightstand. Man, I hope this isn't a problem with him drinking so much. I did my nighttime routine, brushed my teeth, and crawled into bed. Just as I started to fall asleep, I heard a loud... I shot up out of bed. What the heck was that? I waited intently for a few minutes, but heard nothing, so I settled back down and eventually drifted off to sleep. However, in the middle of the night, I was awoken again by yet another loud. It seemed like every few hours I kept waking up from a similar loud cracking noise. But it wasn't just the noise that was bothering me. I kept getting this weird feeling like I wasn't alone in the room. Another loud cracking noise woke me up around 4 a.m. This time I couldn't fall back asleep, so I got up and started the day early. Sloth got up around 9 and stumbled into the kitchen. Dude, it's so early. Sorry, did I wake you up? Nah, it's all good. Sloth sat across from me at the kitchen table. So, how'd you sleep? Kinda like a baby. You? I slept awful. I kept waking up constantly throughout the night, hearing these loud cracking noises. It didn't bother you? Nah, I slept through the night completely, dude. No cracks. Except for the one down my backside. You know, my butt crack. That's nice. Yeah, it was so annoying. It kept happening throughout the night. It kind of sounded like regular house noises. You know, the settling noises or whatever, but it was super loud. I also kept getting the feeling that I wasn't alone, like someone else was there. Huh, that's weird. Well, maybe you just need to get used to this new place. Maybe you just have to accept that this house cracks. That's just what it does. Plus, like I said, it's probably ghosts. I've met plenty of ghosts in my time, and this place looks like a perfect place for a ghost to hang out and haunt and stuff. Yeah, right. You ready to unpack some more things? Yeah, maybe after lunch. I just want to relax a little, you know? Maybe check out that sandwich place down the street. It looked pretty good passing by yesterday. All right, well, I guess I'll just do it on my own then. Oh, cheer up, dude. Don't be a cranky pants. I had another sip of my hot coffee. I considered pouring it on my head to help wake myself up, but decided against it. It was a long day of unpacking and reassembling furniture all on my own. I was getting kind of annoyed with Sloth. He wasn't really helping much with setting up the apartment, and most of the work just fell on my shoulders while he took it easy. It was 10 o'clock at night, and I decided I was out of energy and was going to go to bed. I hadn't seen Sloth for a bit, so I went to his room to see what he was up to. I peered into his room, but I didn't see him anywhere. Sloth? I walked into his room, but he wasn't there. That's strange. I don't think I heard him leave. Well, whatever. I don't have the energy to look for him right now. So I went to bed. A strange thing happened when I got into bed. There were no loud cracking sounds. I waited and waited for a sound to happen, but no such sounds. Finally, maybe I can have a normal night's sleep. Unfortunately, this was not the case. I had a strange dream that night. I dreamt I was sleeping in my bed, except somehow I was watching myself from the ceiling of my room. I was sleeping peacefully, and then the cracking began. I saw the wall at the head of the bed crack and split wide open. I continued to watch as my sleeping body floated up in the air off the bed and then drifted towards the wall as the crack in the wall swallowed me up whole. Once I was in the wall closed up and sealed itself with me inside the wall. The wall was back to normal, as if nothing had happened. I woke up, but I didn't feel like myself. When I opened my eyes, I saw nothing, only white nothingness. I felt stiff and unable to move. I could hear a little bit, the sounds of objects being moved. Was someone taking my things from my room? I waited for a long period, and nothing happened. Then I heard some people talking. It was faint, but I could hear, "What do you think, Tommy? You get your own room now. You don't have to share it with your sister anymore." I tried to scream, but nothing came out. With all my energy, I attempted to move myself to make some noise so they could hear me, but all I could produce was a...
Did you hear that, Dad?
Yeah, it was probably just the house settling or something.
Welcome back. This is Ghoulash. I'm investigating the sound I heard. I swear to Goosh, I will be pissed if another ghost is haunting this cemetery. I think the noise came from over here.
Oh, hey, Ghoulash. Hey, it's okay. It's just me, Michael, one of the writers from Spooky Stories.
Oh, hello, Michael. Oh my gooshiness, you scared me so bad, I nearly gooed my pantaloons.
Sorry about that. I just needed some fresh air. That mausoleum gets so stuffy at times. especially with me and the other writers for spooky stories constantly writing and recording spooky stories for you.
Well, what can I say? I need those stories, Michael. I don't pay you to take breaks, you know.
You don't pay us at all, but you do let us live for free in the mausoleum, so I appreciate that. What's going on with you?
Well, nothing. Just, hanging out and stuff like that. Oh, I just finished playing one of your stories, The Settling House.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that was an interesting one to write. I always wondered why those house settling noises happened, often when you least expect it. You'll just be sitting there and everything's quiet, and then you'll hear a loud crack or pop. And it's like, where did that sound come from? Why did that happen when seemingly nothing was even happening? I actually looked it up online. Apparently, those sounds come from a house settling into the foundation, but it also happens when there are temperature fluctuations. Anyway, just thought it'd be fun to make a spooky story based off that.
Oh, cool. Well, thanks for sharing that. That's really fascinating. But Michael, can you do me a favor? Can you go get back to writing spooky stories? Like, can you move your legs and get the fuck back to the mausoleum? I need more spooky stories! Now!
Sheesh. Yeah, whatever. Hey, I'll probably watch a scary movie later. Let me know if you want to join.
For real? Okay, yeah, I'll let you know. Well, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time, my fellow ghouls.